Alexander, and today I will be sharing with you the family and value systems in France. Before we get started, I just want to thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy. First, let's start off with family values. The French value family above all else. These bonds are considered very private and only shared amongst close friends. The basic family unit in France comprises of individuals who may or may not be related. It's also common for households to accommodate up to 3 to 4 generations of family. Oplingo 2020. Young adults who live alone typically reside near their family home. There they dedicate their weekends and lunches to family gatherings. The immediate family is considered the leading unit in culture. They are responsible for passing on cultural values and customs. Group 2017. The extended family, on the other hand, is responsible for financial and emotional support. Next, we have women in business. France encourages gender diversity in the workplace. In the past, women have been confined to conventional roles such as cooking, cleaning, and raising the children. Today, the average French woman is working a 9 to 5, and dual career families are the norm. Group 2017. The implementation of the French Gender and Development Strategy between 2013 and 2017 prioritizes gender equality as an ethical and political imperative, a fully fledged development objective, and a guarantee of fair and more effective aid. Minister of Foreign Affairs 2013. Now, although more women are readily being accepted in male-dominated positions, resistance can still be faced in provinces where inequality prevails. In Table 1 shows the percentage of women in leadership positions for 2019. Here we have managers with 36.8%, board members 45.2%, executives 19.6%, and CEOs 5.6%. Next we have competitiveness. Competitiveness in French business is considered intense. Now, in comparison to the American philosophy of time is money, the French often view time as flexible. In the workforce, this often translates to shorter work weeks and longer lunch breaks. This polychronic work style is often viewed as lazy. But even still, the Global Competitiveness Report of 2018 ranked France the 15th most competitive nation out of 140 countries. This report was based on institution, infrastructure, ICT adoption, macroeconomic stability, health, skills, product market, labor market, financial systems, market size, business dynamism, and innovative compatibility. Thrift of the moment. In France, flaunting of the wealth is considered tacky and bad taste. In fact, the people believe in using their money sparingly to sustain their lives and those of their loved ones. Out of May 2016. A common motto the people in France often live by is pour vivre heureux vivant caches, which means to live happy, live hidden. These conservative views towards money comes from their Catholic background, which often warned against the love of money, condemned the rich, and considered money to be the root of all evil. Being polite. When conducting business in France, it's important to be polite. And that means following the rules of etiquette. It shows respect. So first you can start with a greeting, like a handshake or le bisque, which is a kiss on the cheek. Be sure to use proper titles such as mademoiselle and monsieur. Be mindful of their gestures, punctuality, and work-life balance, which is the separation of their personal and professional life. For instance, unless invited to do so, avoid the discussion of business during lunch. It is a social occasion that is meant to be enjoyed. And most importantly, never assume that everyone speaks English. It is rude. In fact, you should learn the language. It makes a good impression. Education in France. Education in France is highly regarded in French culture. In terms of employment, a good education is one of the most highest sought out requisites. 78% of adults aged 25 to 64 have completed secondary education, OECD 2017. In fact, public education in France is free from 6 to 16 years old, though enrollment can begin as enrollment into écoles maternelle or nursery school can begin as early as 3. The education system is divided into three divisions: primary, secondary, and higher education. Primary, or primaire, is for elementary school students ages 6 to 11. Secondary education is divided into colleges and lycées. The colleges are a middle school, ages 11 to 15, and the lycées is the high school, ages 15 to 18. Next, we have higher education. Higher education is both publicly and privately funded. The BAC is an entrance exam for public universities, and 2 years of private studies is recommended for students interested in les grandes écoles, which is prestigious schools. Next, we have women entrepreneurship. Now, in recent years, there's been a rising number of women entrepreneurs in France. To encourage this private sector, the nation supports these businesses through incubators, support organizations, women's networks. Women in Business France 2020. Now, the quality of life and work-life balance in France has always been important. To reflect this, the nation has committed to busy mothers by advocating extended maternal leave and child care services. Women in Business in France 2020. Now we have the French perception of Americans. Though many French have different attitudes towards Americans, some view Americans as arrogant, noisy, and disrespectful. Winkler 2016. When conducting business, this opposition often arises in the cultural differences of individualism and professionalism. The table 2 here summarizes those intercultural differences. Rochford 2019. Individualism is in America. Individualism, the social identity is based on individual, whereas in France, social identity is based on a group or society. Professionalism in America, time is money, whereas in France, time is flexible. In America, contracts and laws must be respected, whereas in France, contracts and laws are just the beginning of a friendship. In America, we are very process-oriented, whereas in France, they prefer innovation and creativity. In America, we value the work of life because work is life. While in France, they value the quality of life. They prefer a balance between the two. When conducting business in different countries, it's important to educate yourself on the values and customs of that country. For this reason, I hope my presentation on the family and value systems in France will be able to aid you when conducting your business in France. Once again, my name is Tamari Alexander. I'd like to thank you for your time and your participation today. My phone number is 903-932-2234, and I also have a business card if you want to contact me. Once again, thank you all very much, and you have a great day.